Welcome to week 4 of the NFL podcast, the No Fluff podcast. We don't BS on this podcast. We tell it like it is, and we go over our picks, review the week, and etc. Bringing on my co-host, Stunning Andrew. He's a little full of himself today. What are you got on there? Your Vikings? I thought you weren't a Vikings fan anymore. You're frozen. You're not a fan of anybody. Well, you're blinking, so I guess you're not frozen. You're just being an asshole. So what's the deal with the Vikings? What's going on here? I thought you were a Tampa fan.
What are you talking about?
You said last week you were a Tampa fan.
Oh, no.
No,
I've always
why not?
been a Carolina fan. Everybody knows that.
You're a Carolina fan. Oh, that's nice. All right, well, let's get into it because jump through week 3 quickly. 49ers destroy the Giants. I mean, I don't know. Whatever, man. The Giants are garbage. I want to see the 49ers play someone really good. The only team they played that's actually good, I guess, is maybe the Rams. But even the Rams look like shit Monday night, so I don't really know, man. But the Niners play the Cowboys, I think, week 6. Something along them lines. But we'll get into the Cowboys. Falcons came back down to earth, lost to the Lions. Vikings, your Vikings lost their 3rd in a row. That's nice of them to do that.
Worst team in the league, going for the number 1 overall pick.
No, we're gonna get to the worst team in the league in a second. 2 of them are playing this week. And the thing is, the Chargers went for their own, in their own territory and didn't get it. And you guys still didn't win. I'm thinking, how the fuck? Chargers aren't that great.
Don't say you guys, because my team is and always has been the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah. Well, we'll see with them. Now Jacksonville. I don't know what's up with them, man. I don't know. Are they bad again? What's the deal here? They lost to Kansas City, but I mean that's understandable. Then Houston beat the piss out of them. Any thoughts on that?
Who knows? That division's wide open. I know that you're riding the Colts train, but I could easily see them losing next week or this week.
Well, we'll get into that when we get into the things. So Dolphins dropped 70 on Denver, first time in since 1966. And it's interesting. I read a thing about someone said the owners were a little pissed. It's well, first off, the Dolphins stopped passing around the 3rd quarter, and we're just running the ball, and Denver wouldn't stop them. What do they expect them to do? Is not run anymore? We're just gonna stop right here. I mean, I had the first running back. I had him in my FanDuel. He got 45 points, and the other cat got 51 points. I mean, Denver's just atrocious, man.
Was it Dak who killed you, by the way, as far as
Oh yeah, FanDuel, did nothing for me, man. And I would have hit the money. I was right there, man. It's if Dak would have at least hit maybe 2 TDs, it would have been good. Because I can't see his defense. So their defense was really getting me points, right? But what do you think of that whole 70 points? What do you think with the running up idea? What's your thoughts on that?
The way I've always looked at it, stop them.
Mm-hmm.
That's your job as the defense, to stop them.
Mm-hmm.
The whole idea of, go easy. These are professional athletes. This is not a real job. This is being paid to play a game.
Yeah.
And if you cannot stop the opposing team, then that's the sign that defensive coordinators may need to go, offensive coordinators may need to go, head coaches may need to go. The players need to reevaluate what's working and what isn't working, because whatever they were trying on Sunday was not working.
I'll tell you, man. Sean Payton, if they keep going like this, he'll be lucky to get a 2nd year, because it's not looking too good for him right now. Browns, man. Browns defense is good. Now the Browns are playing the Titans. I'm well aware of that game. Titans, I find, are week to week. 1 week they're good, next week they're bad. But Browns, man, they held them down, and they held Pittsburgh down. They still lost them, but their defense is good. Watson's a little questionable, and the running situation, I think Kareem Hunt's hurt already. I'm pretty sure Kareem Hunt is hurt already. It's I don't know.
That was the reason why I mostly picked Tennessee, is because I figured their whole running situation, which they're a very run heavy offense.
Oh yeah,
would be, really shook, and it just goes to show you do not know shit about this, and so these are just a couple of dudes talking about something they don't know anything about.
Well, I know about Tennessee, buddy. Trust me, I'm well aware of what Tennessee is like. They're week to week. Patriots Jets game was awful. It was absolutely atrocious. Kansas City destroyed the Bears. That was just like a meltdown on the Bears' part. They're horrible. Cowboys lost to the Cardinals. That was nice. Get me out of Survivor nice and early. Week 3, I'm out of Survivor already. So you won Survivor. Congratulations on that one. I'm out because I'm an idiot. Pick the Cowboys. Steelers beat the bad Raiders. Jimmy Garoppolo is horrible. He is absolutely awful, man. That whole team's awful. They've been awful for years. They're not going to get better ever anytime soon. Any comment on that?
It just brings me to a point of depression. Like, you know what happened to me this weekend. I had the opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, of making my life so much better, so much easier than it could have been. And I chose, I don't want to put more money into the system. And I would have won.
You should. Well, that's true, but you think, like, listen, if you would have bet it, the Cowboys would have won. I'm telling you, man. Like, you don't think like that. Listen, dude, if you let that pro line or whatever the hell you called it in BC get to you, it's going to drive you crazy. Eagles beat the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are back to beat the Buccaneers. I mean, that was bound to happen. Bengals win. Look bad doing it. Rams looked worse. That was all that was. It was a horrible night game. This weekend picks. I won this weekend picks, Andrew. I won 9-7. You won. You win 7-9.
What's the overall score for the season?
Oh, I got it right here. Here. You're leading by 27 wins. I got 25 wins.
Okay. Neck and neck.
We're pretty close. We're pretty close, buddy boy. Top fantasy. The guy, Devon, I cannot pronounce his name, the Miami running back.
Yeah.
He got 51 points. And it's funny with him. Everyone, their dog is going to pick him up on fantasy, and he's not going to do shit for the rest of the year. And just remember that, people. This is like a one-time thing with this cat. Like, everyone's gonna pick him up on the waiver wire, and he's not gonna do a goddamn thing. I'm predicting it now. Keenan Allen got 45 points. Raheem Mostert, the other running back, got 45 points. Devontae
Miami just ran it down the throat of Denver, and they
two running backs got 90 points between the two of them in one fucking team. Think about that.
That's how bad. Hill had a pretty good day too.
Yeah, well, he was sixth. Devontae Adams got 42 points, and Devontae Adams has to go to Vegas. He has to go somewhere good. That guy has to demand a trade to get the hell out of Vegas because he's way too good of a player to be in Vegas, like playing with that shit team. Because he's the only bright spot, man. He has to say, listen, get me the hell out of here. And he's kind of hinting that he doesn't want to be there. He's been talking a little bit of trash. Adam Thielen, your boy in Carolina, 31 points. And that's the top 5. Power rankings. Let me get the power rankings. We'll start with the CBS power rank. No, this is the NFL power rankings. I'm sorry. NFL power rankings will go to bottom 5, top 5. Sound good?
Sure.
Oh my God, this thing won't. My mouse has been acting up. It's really bothering me. Let me just scroll down here. All right. Holy shit, man. Okay, here we are. Number 32. I want you to guess who the last team is.
Is it the Bears?
It is the Bears, yes. The Bears are 0-3. They're bad. 31 is the Broncos. 30 is Carolina. 29 is the Giants. 28 is Indianapolis, which that's very low for them. Like, they've actually haven't
had.
Yeah, 28. They're 2-1. Yeah. It's weird, eh?
That doesn't make any sense.
That's what they put them at, 28. I don't know what it is. I know. It's weird. And 27 is the Raiders. Yeah. Top 5. Number 5 is Buffalo. Number 4 is Philadelphia. Number 3 is Kansas City. Number 2 is San Francisco. And guess what number 1 is?
Miami?
Yeah, you're still confused by that anything. You're still looking stunned from that one.
It doesn't make any sense. They shouldn't be in the bottom 5 at all.
I know. And I don't think they're playing that bad of football. I think they're playing half decent. Like, they played good, but I don't know. I guess the NFL doesn't like them. All right, so CBS, that's the next one we're going to do, and we're done. Number 32, who would that be?
Also the Bears?
It is the Bears. Yeah, they really fucking hate the Bears. I'm surprised they're not putting Denver at the bottom.
They have a win. Oh,
And
no,
they
don't.
they don't, but they put up a little bit of a fight. The Bears didn't put up a fight at all. I think they're too worried with Taylor Swift in the audience. 31's Carolina, 30's Denver, 29's the Vikings, 28 is the Raiders, and 27's the Jets. I want to see where the Colts are here. And this one, are you ready for this one? The Colts are 14.
I would say they're
like 20.
They're closer. I was thinking 17 initially.
I think 20. Put about 20. You know, between 20 and 15. Yeah. That's fair, but I mean, 20 fucking 7. That's unreal.
Stupid.
Number 5, the Bills. Number 4, the Dolphins. They got the Dolphins at 4. Down to your offense, the Bills. Okay, they're basically saying the Bills game will prove something this weekend. Number 3 is the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 2 is the Philadelphia Eagles. Number 1 is 49ers. I don't like that. I don't mind Kansas City at 3. That's being a home because that's fair enough. Like, they're not top, but they're okay. I think the Dolphins and Eagles should be switched. How do you feel about that?
I think right now the top 5 teams in the National Football League, 1 to 5, San Francisco 49ers, Miami Dolphins, Kansas City Chiefs, Philadelphia Eagles, and my Carolina Panthers.
Your Carolina Panthers. You were good till you hit 5. Yeah. I would say San Fran, Miami, Kansas City, Buffalo, and Philly. I just don't.
Philly above Buffalo.
I just don't see. I mean, yeah, it's tricky because Buffalo. You know,
Philly didn't lose to the Jets.
Opening night, man, it was a tough night. I get it. I mean, I think Philly. I just think Philly's not the same team they were last year, but you know, it is what it is. Speaking of that, we're gonna jump into our predictions. I'm pretty sure we're at that point. We're burning it through this bad boy. We are at that point. I got my predictions.
Let's get to it.
So, let me jump in here and take myself off mute. We'll start with this game. Detroit Lions at the Green Bay Packers. Who do you have, Andrew?
I have the Detroit Lions.
Interesting. I have Green Bay. So there we go. First argument of the day. Yep. We have the next game, Atlanta Falcons at the Jacksonville Jaguars in London, England.
Oh, I see. So that's be quite early for me. I'm going to miss that game, and I'm going to
not missing much.
I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons.
I'm going with Jacksonville. So
oh wow!
This is going to be a real interesting week coming up.
It will.
Next game we have the Rams at the Colts.
I have the Indianapolis Colts in that one.
I have the Rams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns.
I have the Baltimore Ravens, the original Cleveland Browns.
I have Cleveland.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's going to be an interesting one. We have Cincinnati at Tennessee.
I have Cincinnati.
I have Tennessee.
Wow. Every game.
Minnesota Vikings at the Carolina Panthers.
I'm going to go against my Carolina. I think Minnesota may win this game.
I got Minnesota for this one, too. Yeah, I got Minnesota for that one. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New Orleans Saints.
I like my Buccaneers in that one.
I like the Saints. Now, you're putting this on the app, right? This is on the app. So when we're going to have
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, good. Just making sure. We have the Miami Dolphins at the Buffalo Bills.
I got the Miami Dolphins to win that game.
I have Buffalo to win that game. Mm-hmm. We have fucking shit game, man. Denver and Chicago. This should be like I was watching the thing earlier. You know what they said? This should be lose leaves town.
Yeah, sure.
Whoever loses this game has to go to the XFL.
Yeah, like relegated to the USFL.
And they bring St. Louis Battlehawks up and be like, "This is you're here now." This guy. I gotta look at my picks. I don't even know. Okay, who did you pick?
I got Denver.
I got Denver also. Yeah, I picked Denver also. I think they're going to kind of be like, man, we got our asses handed to us last week. We got to do something here. Because if we lose again, And you can't lose to Chicago, man. I mean, listen, dude. I watched that game Sunday because I watch all Chiefs games. You know how I get with my Chiefs games, right? I'm like Mr. Hardcore. You know, you watched them with me. You know what I mean? No messing around. By the middle of the third quarter, I was next door talking to my neighbors in their yards. And I was at the store by I mean, it was like, it's over, man. Like, I don't care anymore. Like, once they pulled Mahomes in the first, they pulled the starters at the first of the third quarter.
I know, and I still won my fantasy because, big boys here. And, ladies and gentlemen, we play each other this week.
Yeah, well, don't worry, you'll win. You'll win. Someone in my league will tear their ACL. Next game, we have Washington at Philadelphia. That's not a hard one to pick.
I picked the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm picking the Eagles too. This is a tricky game. Steelers at Texans.
I didn't think it was tricky at all. I think Pittsburgh.
I picked Pittsburgh too, but man, Texas looked good last week, brother. But I picked the Steelers also. Chargers at Raiders.
Well, let me just say it was a divisional. It was a divisional game with Houston looking good. Let's see how they do against a real deal team.
The Steelers are not a real deal team, dude. They have a defense with no offense. That offense
2-1, baby. 2-1.
I know. I don't even know. Well, listen, I don't even know how they got there, man. Because that offense is horrible.
Well,
anyway, Chargers at Raiders.
I like the Chargers in that game.
I got the Chargers also. Arizona at San Francisco.
I'm going to go with the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
And I think that'll prove that the 49ers may be better than the Cowboys.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. Arizona's Arizona. New England Patriots at the Dallas Cowboys.
I like the Dallas Cowboys in that game.
I also do. Sunday Night Football. Kansas City Chiefs at the New York Jets. And by the way, I have an announcement to make, everybody. I just seen it on Twitter. Taylor Swift will be in attendance at this game.
Oh, yeah, I saw that too.
She'll be in attendance so everyone knows to watch it. That's all that matters. The hell with the football side of it.
That's the only reason you're a Chiefs fan, you freedom bandwagon.
I know. I jumped on it. When I heard she was on it, I ran and said, there's something going on the TV.
Because you're a Swiftie.
I'm a Swiftie, and there's a football thing going on. And I love my Kansas City Chiefs. Anyway, who you picking for this game?
I picked the Chiefs to win and to cover.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty. I don't know. Might not, because the thing, they'll win. But listen to this, man. Don't take away New York's defense, man, because they have a good defense. They just have a really bad offense. That's what's going to kill them. And last but not least, we have the Seattle Seahawks at the New York Giants on Monday Night Football. And the Manning cast is back on Monday. Pumped for that. Because I love the Manning cast. TSN, them sons of bitches, they screwed up the week one where it was on, but they didn't give it to us. They just put Monday Night Football, the Joe Buck show, on every fucking TSN channel.
I'd rather watch the Mannings than Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. I know you're a big Troy Aikman guy. But
I'll say this. I don't like when they bring guests on, the Mannings. No. I prefer just to be them.
Same. 100%. Yeah. It ruins their flow, ruins they can just take the piss out of each other the whole time. You throw somebody else in there, it screws up the whole chemistry.
And the thing I love about them too is, and by the way, I picked Seattle in that game, by the way.
Oh, same.
Seattle. Okay. The thing I find about them too is when they're alone, for me, with being a big football guy, I love listening to pros talk about football shit. Like I love listening to Peyton talk about the defenses and stuff. Like he's like, oh, this guy's doing that, and that guy's doing this, and they're gonna do this. Like I love that shit. That's awesome. I don't give a fuck about Kevin Hart. I like Kevin Hart. I'm not a Kevin Hart hater, but I don't want him on Monday Night Football at the Mannings. Like I wanted to listen to Peyton and Eli go on and Peyton pick on Eli, and Eli make smart remarks to Peyton about his forehead and stuff. Like to me, that's what I like. I don't want to fucking see random people on there. I don't care. Like it's annoying. But it is back on Monday, so I'll definitely watch that feed. Because usually the first quarter, that's just them two. And then the second quarter, they start bringing on the guests.
Well, what is your lock of the week?
My lock of the week is Kansas City over the Jets. What do you got?
my $1 million pick of the day is the San Francisco 49ers to defeat the Arizona Cardinals.
Well, I'll tell you, man, I had last week Cowboys defeat them and it didn't happen. My lock of the week busted.
And it's divisional. I just feel like I haven't picked the 49ers yet in Survivor, and
well, you don't have to. It's over. You're not picking anymore. It's over. Like, it's done. You won. You can go pick if you want, but you're not picking against anybody.
Yeah, I just want to see how long I can go, I guess.
I just look at it like, more than likely they're going to beat the Cardinals. I just like Kansas City over the Jets because I find
Kansas City last week, so
Kansas City has a really good defense right now, and the offense is kind of clicking again. But I'll tell you, man, don't sleep on the Jets. Don't sleep on the fact they're at home and they have a good defense. Like, don't let that. It's not going to be a cakewalk, man. Like, people think it's going to be like 49-0. Like, will they beat 41-10? It's not going to be like the Bears game, man. Like, trust me, it won't be. But anyway, so that's that. Anyone watch it? Throw your picks at the bottom of the screen. You should have got to join the pick 'em because I mean, whatever.
Anybody watching?
Hey, maybe someone's watching. Who the hell knows? We got like 10 views last week. We got 15 views last week. We're having a big one coming up, boys and girls. We got the creators of Wrestling Legends 64 coming on. By the time this drops, actually this will drop tomorrow. So we'll be recording. We're gonna drop that on Friday. And that's a real big deal. We have a lot of fun with that. The guys made a mod of the No Mercy game into an old school WWF game. And I'll tell you, it's a ton of fun, brother. So until next time, good luck with your picks. Go Chiefs. Don't go Vikings. And we'll see you next week.